Yes. Anyway, in the last class, we spoke about under the subject of operation management, what is logistics and what is the role and importance of the logistics cost calculation, and also we have seen that warehouse management. Now, in this class also, again, we are going to continue and talk on that. What are the major functions of the warehouse management? So, why should we maintain these warehouses? If you maintain the warehouses, what kind of benefits we are able to get it? As we discussed earlier also, the warehouse was established for the purpose of to receive, once we receive the raw material, we can able to store at the warehouses, or work in progress material also we can able to store at the warehouses. In the process of dispatching, before that temporarily also we can able to store all our finished products at our warehouses. So warehouses is a place where we can able to store, we can able to keep any kind or any stage of product, we can able to store at the temporarily at these warehouses. Now we can able to see the first function also that was talking about the storage of goods. We are having any number of products we are producing. Now all these produced products we need to be selling in the market, but we don't have huge demand in the market for our products. So what we are doing, 100% we are manufacturing the product and we are storing at the warehouses. Slowly we are dispatching. First 20 percentage we are dispatching, 30% is dispatching, 60% is dispatching, 70% is dispatching. So at that time we are not dispatching all the products to the public. Temporarily we are storing all the products at our warehouses. So for storing of our products, for that purpose also we are able to encouraging these warehouses. Second one, production of the goods. At any stage, we need a strong protection, security for our products. Because with the help of these materials or with the help of these finished products, we are able to get by the profits. We are we are able to fulfilling by our needs, requirements with the help of these returns. So it is a duty of the manufacturers or whoever involving. They need to be taking care of all these things. Protection to the products. That is your products or your material, or else somebody may store their products or materials also at your warehouses on rental basis. Because the warehouse is not only for us, sometimes also we are able to encourage by the other people also can able to use by the warehouses, and for that they will be paying money to us. But directly or indirectly, whatever it is, you can able to use by the warehouses, but you need to give optimal protection and security for the warehouses. Third one, to maintaining of the warehouses, which is going to be involvement of the risk bearing, because any business will not be run in a sophisticated way. Every time we will be involving of the risk factor. Being the first nature of the businessman is ready to face the risk. What is the quantity of risk you are facing, and relatively you will be getting by the returns. And some business people, okay, if it is a risk oriented business, I don't want to continue, I will be simply exit. But long run he cannot able to sustain in the business world. You need to be taken by the bearing of risk. Next, identification of the goods. Once you are storing your products at the warehouses, you must be know that what is the nature of the product, whether which is a perishable product, consumer durable product, or industrial product. We must be know that and relatively we should be accurate. Identification of the product and storing at the right place is also to be an important part. That is convenience for the inventory manager also, because if somebody is acting as inventory manager, they cannot able to work into 24/7, so which is going to be work in a shift base. So what they will do in systematic way, they will arranging by the products so that they can able to identify the plastic products where we store, iron products where we store, or vegetables where we have been stored. So the nature of the product basis also we can able to identify by easily, and we can easy to dispatch the products to anyone also. Next, last but one is talking about financing. So when we talk about the warehouses, which is going to be involving lakhs and crores of rupees, simply you are making four walls and you are saying like this is a warehouse, people will not be accept, because warehouse will be occupying a bigger space, lighting facility, parking of your vehicles, loading and unloading facilities. They will be looking at all the facilities are really available or not, and relatively they will be showing interest. In India also we can able to find out the warehouses are occupying minimum of 1 or 2 acres land to 1,000 acres. Amazon, Flipkart, and all these people at a time, 50 lorries or 100 lorries are can be passing through your warehouses in that way. So, if you are constructing in that level of warehouses, which is going to be involving lakhs and crores of rupees. So, financing is also one of the important variable factor when you are going to be set up your warehouse. Last one is processing. So, what is the fundamental nature of the warehouses? To store your movable products by temporarily or by the certain time. Long duration also we can able to store it. Or sometimes what people will do, they will get all the semi-finished products and they were sitting at the warehouse and they will do the finished product. They will make it as a finished product. All semi-finished products are converting into the finished product. For that purpose also, we can able to use by these warehouses in effective. Now, next one, we are going to talk about inventory management. Looking to that, our subject which is going to be deal on the inventory management. So why should we talk about the inventory management, and why this inventory management, which is going to be so important for us to study it as a one separate chapter. From the beginning of this subject, I'm telling you continuously, inventory or the stock or the material is very important resources of the company. Based on this only, they are going to be educating the capacity of the or the quality of the company. And also, most of the companies for spending or to buy these inventories, they will be spending lakhs and crores of rupees. Now, the major element of manufacturing of the product, which is going to be called as a inventory and stock. With the help of this inventory and stock, only we are going to use by the other supporting aspects like machineries and labor, electricity, infrastructure, and other things, which is going to make the raw stage of product to as a finished product. And also in the inventory management process, one of the important element they were talking about as an important element of the supply chain management and inventory management. So why we are talking about by the supply chain? So where we can able to talk the role and importance of the supply chain. Supply chain is a vaster term, whereas from a raw material stage, Raw material is available in one place, from raw material to suppliers, supplier transportation, finally reaching to the factory warehouse, then production department, finally manufacturing of the product. After manufacturing of the product, again temporarily we are storing at the warehouses, or else we are transferring to the agents, wholesaler, retailers, or to the direct buyers. Now, everywhere the whole process which is going to be covered by a single term, which is going to be called as a supply chain management. From a raw material stage to how the product was converted and that was reached to the end buyer, everything will be comes under a single content as a supply chain management. Whereas when it comes to the inventory management, so inventory management means the moment the material is entering into the workshop or by the factory, they are storing at the warehouses. The quantity which was demanded by the production department or by the operation department, the quality standards which are all required by the concerned department. Relatively, we are dispatching all the materials to them, and they will start to manufacture. And these everything will be considered under inventory management. At any time, the operation manager they may call and ask you, so what is the material stock? What is the material reserves we have as of now? What it was consumed, and what actually we consumed in the last 5 years or 10 years. What is the quality of material? What is the price? Who are the suppliers of the material? So all this information will be carried out by a single person called as inventory manager. He will be having a full-fledged data about by the inventory management related. So once we are storing, once we are selling, now the management will sit with the other executive directors, and they will talk what is the cost for us to buying of the material, and what is the price we have sold in the market, whether we are getting profit or loss. We'll be analyzing by the inventory, sorry, we'll be analyzing by the company executives. So here the production department and inventory management were the major role, because major quantity of investment we are spending on these. So by giving these data, and other departments also, of course, they were involving, and will take the consolidated whole information. This is the total cost of the organization for the last financial year, and this is the sales turnover, and this is the break-even point for us, and this is the profit we got it from the last year. So they will be sit together and they will be analyzing. Now, we'll focusing on not hold by the logistics or supply chain or any other department. We are talking about production department. Production department, under that we are narrow downing one important component or the sub department we can able to say, that is inventory management. Now, inventory management, what kind of objectives they will be having, will be maintained by inventory manager. Now, inventory manager, production manager, or any department manager, we must be understand one thing: whatever we are maintaining, whether products, reserves, or surpluses, or the futures of the product, all these things are ultimately to satisfy the needs of the customers. If the customers are unable to satisfy, then which is going to be clearly indicating that whatever the system you are following, that is completely failed. So you need to be much more focusing on what kind of system you are following, and relatively you please focusing on that. What is the benchmark company and what kind of strategies they are following, and relatively you can able to compare it. So where there is a gap and how far you can able to fulfill by the gap, you need to have a proper planning, and so that relatively you can able to be strong in your department. Now, inventory management objectives under that, here I have listed out the four important points. We'll see the first one: minimizing unnecessary capital. So sometimes what will happen, lack of an experience or because of the forecast and eye on future the material prices are going to be increased, but it was decreased actually. So we need to be know very clearly what is the quantity of amount we need to be invest on our inventory, what is the quantity size or what is the investment we can able to spend on buying of the inventory, because instead of buying huge quantity of inventory you can able to spend less amount and rest of quantity worth of capital you can able to use it for some other purposes. For example, I'm going to buy 1,000 tons worth of coal, 1,000 tons worth of limestone or gypsum or something. Now, being an inventory manager, what I was thinking is, why should I buy this? Why should I buy 1,000 tons of material? Instead of that, I can able to buy 800 tons. So rest of 200 tons worth of money, I'm going to use it for some other purposes. So you are going to save unnecessary investing your money on inventory. You are diversifying into the some other purposes. Now you must be know that these 800 tons worth of coal, gypsum or limestone or whatever it is, how many months you are going to be used? Will it be come for 3 months, 2 months? That is fine. After 2 months, you can able to again invest to buy these products. So that also we need to be understand in very clearly. Second point is maintaining production. Being an inventory manager, you should not be say like there is a shortage of material. Material is not available. It is a responsibility of the inventory manager to remind to the next level management, whether it is a production manager, operation manager, or whoever it is. It is a duty of you to remind to them at least 20 days before onwards the quantity of material what we are having, that is not sufficient for the future. The existing material will come for the 15 days, 15 days only, 10 days only. We need to give immediate orders to the suppliers so that they will be delivering for us material. It will take 1 week time or 10 days time. So we need to convey the message to them. If in case the inventory management was saying the material was out of stock, then production will stop. Unnecessarily, we are paying salaries for the employees. On time, we cannot able to deliver the products, and many practical problems we are going to be face. So, maintaining production by continuously is depending on the inventory management. So, being an inventory manager, you must be ready with the all the resources. Whenever they ask you, whenever they're asking you, you should be in a position of, yes, I have all the material. I can able to give it to you within 1 hour or half an hour. By saying these words in a bold way, you should be having sufficient resources. So all the time, you should be maintaining sufficient stock inventories with you. Third point, you need to be a proper control mechanism to minimizing of your waste of inventory, losses of the inventory. This should not be happen when you are controlling, when you are playing an important role as an inventory manager. You are spending huge amount on inventory. The inventory is not in use, then ultimately it is a waste of your money, capital of the organization. So, being an inventory manager, you should be know that how to use in simply optimum utilization of the inventory. It should not be waste and it should not be loss. Of course, sometime what will happen? Company will have abnormal losses. So these abnormal losses are we cannot able to control, but by taking the proper measures, normal losses we can able to control. So being in management, you should be know very clearly how to control of your wastages at the organizations. Next one, storage of items. So what we are going to be store. So we are storing up different materials, different materials. We are going to store it warehouses, or sometime what will happen? We are going to store what is perishable products. So you should be say like in our department we are having a sufficient space. Even if you want to store your products for 1 year worth, 1 year worth also we can able to store all the materials at our inventory warehouses. So that much of big space we are having. So suddenly the boss was buying huge quantity of materials also. You are in a position to temporarily adjust. Temporarily you can able to store at your warehouses. So it is just like a space management. You should be strong enough on that. Okay. Next one is we are talking about what factors will affect inventory management. If you are acting as an inventory manager, what factors will influence you to manage to buy huge quantity of material or lower quantity of material? What is the quality of material you want to buy? Here, certain factors are there. First one, consumer demand. Consumers are happy to buy about your company products. Whatever products you are producing or manufacturing, it is just like a hot cakes to sell in the market. So while you are while you are manufacturing the product, you are not even storing your product at the warehouse for the 3 hours or the 4 hours also. The moment the product was ready, immediately the vehicle is coming. Yes, we need your products, we need your stock for immediately to transfer to the wholesalers, dealers, and distributors or somebody else. So you should be in a position of that. We are having huge demand in the market. Now, being an inventory manager here, what is your role? Huge demand of your products in the market means your inventory will not be stored much more time at the warehouses or by the godowns. The moment inventory comes, immediately we will be moving or pass out to the production department for the sake of manufacturing. So here in this situation, what inventory manager will do is he will buy 6 months worth of material or 7 months worth of material. He's going to buy because there is demand immediately which is going to be dispatching. This is second one is completely contrast opposite. Here, whatever products you are producing, all the manufacturing products are we are storing at the warehouse for the 2 months because there is no demand for your products. Consumer demand is very low in the market. Nobody is showing interest to buy about your products. In this situation, what you will do? You will buy 1 month worth of material. This 1 month worth of material after manufacturing also is going to be storing at the warehouse for the 2 months. So in this situation, you need to buy lesser quantity of material you need to be purchased. In the first case, huge demand, so huge quantity of material we are going to purchase. Second case, very less demand, so lesser quantity of material we are going to be buying. So this is the first factor which must be known by the all the inventory managers. Second one, amount of inventory. So in the point of amount of inventory, what is the amount you are going to spend on buying of this inventory? You should be explained to them. And this is the amount I'm going to be spending on the inventory. Will I able to get proper returns? Of course, yes. If in case I'm unable to get by the returns, then why should I buy? Now, before I'm going to buying this inventory also, I will be have a talk with the other executive members. We are investing lakhs and crores of rupees on this inventory. Will I able to get the profits? What is the taste and preferences of our buyers in the market? Especially when you talk about the Indians are when compared to high qualitative products, they will be preferred to buy medium quality or by the lower quality products. So in this situation, what will happen if you are spending lakhs and crores of rupees on inventory to produce higher quality of material for manufacturing of the product, and these products you can manufacture, but the profit or the sales ratio is very very low in India because the income levels of the Indians are very very low. They cannot able to spend their whole 1 month income to buy your product alone because they need to sustain for the 1 month. So what companies will do, major quantity of products, even they manufacture, they will be looking to their exports to transfer all these products to the or export to the foreign countries to get by the returns. So that also should be observed by inventory manager before he is going to take by the decision. Third one is which is going to be talking about that inventory price. So inventory price which is going to be constant or which is going to be changed by frequently. If the inventory price is constantly for next 6 months or next 7 months, which is really good, happy to buy. But sometime what will happen, you will be understanding in future the products are going to be increasing. Guys, just a minute. So sometime what will happen, you will be understanding the prices are going to be increased by next month. You know that information and you will be buying huge quantity of material by today itself. So inventory prices also we need to be observing. But mostly what will happen, they will be having a contract. So what is the contract is like? So what is the contract is like? Next 1 year or next 3 years, we are able to supply the material to you by the same price. Same price. We cannot able to increase the prices. So like that, we need to be informed to them. There is an agreement, and based on that, these people will be happy to continue by the prices. Next, fourth point, management tools. So, in the term itself, they have mentioned very clearly these are not at all showing the direct impact on the products, which can be show that indirect impact on the material, the indirect impact on them. So, what is meant by indirect impact? Because being an inventory management, while you are doing your businesses, while you are doing your businesses, you need to take assistance of certain other resources. So, what is the use of these other resources? By having by the other resources, your work will be very very easy because of we are having what we say like you say like uh, barcode and scanners. So the moment the material was entering into the shop, immediately we are scanning. And the scanning barcode itself, we have mentioned very clearly what kind of details are there, and same information will be feeding at our system. So in the barcode, we are feeding that what is the material and what is the quality of material. Okay, guys, the same slides or the same information I will explain you in my words. So, why we need to talk about the inventory management process, which is going to be very important to us by the all the time. So every time we are talking that to know about the demand in the market, to know about what is the pattern of manufacturing of the product, and relatively we are choosing. Now, how the process will be happen. So you might have come across by half an hour back itself when we talk about supply chain, raw material suppliers, it will reach to the company, and then manufacturing department will be producing that finished product and delivering of the product to the distributors, wholesalers, retailers, or etc. etc. So, in the whole manufacturing process, important point we are talking on that what is the style of inventory maintenance at the inventory warehouse. We are having n number of methods, but even we have n number of methods, one of the popular method we have which is going to be called as a economic order quantity. In the name itself they have mentioned very clearly economic order quantity, which is going to be 100% help for your pocket. You know that the better technique of economic order quantity, instead of dumping your investment on one inventory, which is going to be helpful for you to diversify your money on different components. For example, you have 100 rupees with you. Now, these 100 rupees, instead of 100 rupees spending only to buy the rice to fulfill your hungriness, it cannot be satisfied. Now, what you will do? 30 rupees you will spend for the rice, 10 rupees you will spend for the oil, 10 rupees you will spend for the vegetable. So, like that, you are going to spend different components, and finally, you are going to make it by the lunch or by the dinner. Now here also the economic order quantity what it was saying like why are you investing huge quantity of amount on inventory? You did not invest. Invest only 50 percentage, 60 percentage. Now how you will know that 50 percentage, 60 percentage of amount we need to spend on economic order quantity? That will be decided by the demand of the product in the market. In other words, the size of inventory what you are buying, whether these materials will have annually demand, yearly will have the demand, or only by the seasonal demand. We need to be know first of all very clearly, and based on that we need to be choose. Can I invest much more or can I follow the same path? Now, when you follow this concept of economic order quantity, you must be understand two important points, which is going to be called as ordering cost. Second one is holding cost. What is this ordering cost? What is this holding cost? Why should we consider these two costs are comes under inventory management? Because You please remember one thing, whatever expenditure which is going to spend by any department at the company, they never spend from their pocket. Whatever the amount they are spending, single NP also they will collect from you only, consumers or buyers. Even if you are paying GST, SGST for buying of the products, you cannot able to get a refund. But these companies are filing and they are getting back GST amount. Now, what is this ordering cost? The ordering cost was saying clearly, just a minute. Okay, the ordering cost was saying clearly while you are giving any orders to the public. Sorry. Whenever you are giving orders to the not public suppliers, while you are giving orders to the suppliers, by that time you need to spend some sort of amount that is going to be called as a ordering cost. For example, I'm running a glass manufacturing company. I need in raw material. So when I require the raw material, what I will do is first I will make a call to the suppliers. So suppliers will attend my call and we have a conversation of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So once conversation was got over, finally he said, you please send a post by making a request so that we are going to give you answer in formal way. So what you supposed to do? Again, you need to type all the information on letter. For that, you are using computer, printer, electricity, the service of the clerk. By gathering all this information, you are typing it and you are sending the information to the concerned suppliers. After that, concerned supplier was saying like he will also give a reply to you by saying we are accepting your request and you please make the 10 percentage of amount as a advance payment. Okay, I have given 5 lakhs to him as a 10 percentage of advance. Now all this transaction simply we are going to call it as a ordering cost. For getting a glass material from you, that means by giving an order to you, before that all these are indirect expenditure for me. Now who has to bear this expenditure? Again by the buyers or by the customers, consumers. Whoever using the product, you need to be pay all these charges. So this is going to be called as a ordering cost. Second one, which is going to be deal and talk on that holding cost. So in the name itself, they have mentioned very clearly what is this holding cost. Holding cost means you have given order to the supplier. Now what supplier will do? Once you made the 10 percentage of amount as a advance payment to him, he will deliver the products to you. How he will deliver? He will send all the products, all the raw material by lorry or by the train or by the flight, ship. Once it was reached to the Chennai, you need to take the material. You need to take it to the your warehouse. You need to keep at your warehouse. Again, you need lighting, security, space management, and if in case the warehouse was rented one, you need to pay rent because you are spending 10 percentage means 5 lakhs. That means you are spending around 70 to 80 lakhs of money. So definitely we need insurance for your materials. So all these are going to be called as a holding cost. Until you are using the material, temporarily you are holding, you are storing at your warehouse. All these things are going to be called as a holding cost. So while you are start to use before the product, you will be having ordering cost and as well as by the holding cost. Now, once you know about ordering cost and holding cost, then next we are talking about the formula. Now, this is very simple formula which is going to be showing like how you will be calculating economic order quantity. So every time I'm saying the formula and economic order quantity is wiser one, but I'm not telling you by in detail what is the secret behind this economic order quantity. The secret behind is in a year, how many times you need to spend this order cost? How many times you need to spend the demand cost? How many times you need to spend carrying or you can able to say like the holding cost in a year. All these unnecessary expenditure minimization purpose also we are following by this EOQ technique. Okay, here EOQ is equal root of 2 multiply with D. D stands for demand per year. CO stands for cost per order. CH stands for holding cost. Simply you can say like holding cost. But some other textbook they will mention like 2 multiply with D O by H. O means ordering cost. Here 2 into D into O by H. O means ordering cost, H means holding cost. Of course, that is also very easy to understanding for you. Now, after knowing this formula, now we'll see one example one. So there is a company called DJ company, and this company what they are doing is they are manufacturing of some sort of products. So what they were doing is the problem they were saying 2,400 units will have annually demand for them. For holding up one unit, they are spending around $10. Sorry, for ordering they are spending $10. For holding they are spending $0.30. Now, in a year, how many times they are giving orders? In a year, what is total ordering cost? In a year, what is total holding cost? On an average, how many units they are producing per month? And this is the information we need to be calculated. Now, in simply, I can able to show you here. We can able to take EOQ formula 2 into demand into ordering cost by holding cost. Now 2 as usual you can see here annual requirement is 2,400. So D means annual demand 2,400 into CO. CO stands for ordering cost. Ordering cost is 10. Holding cost is 0.30. So ordering cost 10 by holding cost 0.30. Now we need to be calculate 2,400 multiply with 2, 4,800. 4,800 multiply with 10, 48,000. That is what we have written here. 48,000 by 0.30. It will come 1,60,000. So 1,60,000 we are making as a root. Then 400 units. So this is the calculation of the EOQ. Now these 400 units, whatever we calculated, that is going to be called as a EOQ. Now EOQ we are going to be calculating to know about what is the additional cost we are spending on ordering and holding we are going to be calculating. Now in this slide you can able to find out number of orders per year. So if it is 400 units you are producing, that is a one order. So that means in a year how many orders you are giving. There is a formula called annual demand by EOQ. Annual demand already we know 2400. EOQ just now we calculated 400 units. So 2400 by 400 means in a year we are giving 6 orders. Now whenever you are giving order, every order time what is the cost you are spending, that we want to know. So total orders. Now we are calculating the ordering cost. Formula is number of orders per year multiply with cost per order. So already we found that 6 orders in a year. Every time ordering cost is $10. That means 6 into 10, $60 we are spending per year for giving orders to the suppliers. If in case you are giving 12 orders, $120. So before you are giving order to somebody, you must be know that what is the ordering cost and what is the holding cost you are spending for this. So that only you will be very bold and strong enough on that. What is the expenditure we are spending on this? Can we try to minimize those things? Yes. How? By giving nominal or by the minimal orders. Instead of giving 6 orders, if you give only one order, that means $10. Or two times you are giving order, that means only $20. So before you are giving or focusing on one time or two times, you must be know that what is the demand of your company products. Based on that, we need to choose by orders per year. Now, by saying this 6 orders per year, being a common man, what I understand is the company is really good. That means it is almost like a 2 months once they are giving order. So what I understood is a good company. So instead of that, they can better to go 3 months once one order. 3 months once one order because continuously they are manufacturing demand in the market. So you can able to minimize your ordering cost means you can go 3 months once one order. So you can able to come up with the $30 only. Okay, next we are calculating on holding cost. So holding cost formula is average of units multiply with holding cost per unit. So average of units means we found that total units are 400. So 400 by 2, ultimately it will come 200 as a average units. So 200 multiplied with 0.3 means it will come like a $60. So ordering cost is 60, holding cost also to be 60. Next, combinedly we are calculating what is the ordering cost and what is the holding cost. So there is no need formula and all these things. By seeing this, you can able to understand ordering cost is 60, holding cost is 60. So total it will come like a $120. So in a year, only for ordering and holding purpose, you are spending this much of money. Now you need to be think, you need to be understand whether you are a wise manager, whether you are really following by the best one or it is going to be required, what do you say, some more best techniques or best methods, or you can able to find out by something more that you need to be identified by the best.